This is Aqara's new W200 thermostat. It's also a smart home hub, a presence sensor, and a home dashboard. And honestly, that's either really impressive or a huge red flag. And it raises the question, does this really do all of those things well, or is it trying to be too much? So in this video, I'm going to cover installation, features, and everyday use to help you decide if this is the right thermostat for you.
Hey, I'm Robert, and Oconee Smart Homes exists to make real homes more convenient, accessible, and safe with smart home technology. We serve real customers right here in Oconee County, Georgia, but this channel is for anyone who wants to make a simpler, smarter home.
The W200 is the first Matter thermostat built around Apple's adaptive temperature. That means that if you're in the Apple home ecosystem, this might be the most native experience that you can buy right now. But because it's Matter, you're not locked in. You can use this in other ecosystems as well. I've had this installed in my home for several months now, so let's get into what it gets right and where it falls short. The W200 is a smart thermostat for central heating and cooling. It supports conventional systems, heat pumps, and PTACs, but it's not trying to be a traditional pro thermostat. Instead, it's more like a smart home controller that also manages your HVAC. You're not getting every advanced HVAC tuning feature like you do with an Ecobee or Nest, but you are getting a flexible experience for smart home control and automations. So far, I can only speak to the installation with a heat pump. Remember to cut the power to your system before you change the thermostat. These are low voltage wires, so they won't shock you, but you can blow a fuse or damage your system. The install was straightforward. This does require a C-wire for power or the installation of a C-wire adapter. The terminals are sturdy, allowing the wires to go in snugly and hold firmly in place. One thing that my fellow heat pump users need to watch out for. During the setup, there's a setting that allows you to run your conventional heat and auxiliary at the same time. This sounds great, but in practice, this leads to your auxiliary running more often than you probably would choose to, and that can get expensive fast. So personally, I would turn that off right from the start. To really understand this thermostat, it's helpful to think about it in two layers. First, there's the Aqara app. You can fully control the thermostat from here, set schedules, build automations, and pair external sensors. If you wanted to, you could run your thermostat entirely from the Aqara Home app. One thing to note is that you do need to choose which platform controls the schedule so that they don't conflict. The second layer is adding it to Apple Home or another Matter ecosystem, which is pretty straightforward. In Apple Home, you have support for adaptive temperature, which is Apple's new system for automatically handling your comfort based on your habits. So for the first time in Apple's ecosystem, you have native support for home comfort profiles that adjust automatically, learning your behavior over time. The downside is it doesn't play well with outside automations. Think of adaptive temperature like its own self-contained automation system. When it's on, it basically overrides anything that you would build yourself. I was hoping adaptive temperature would use my existing temperature sensors in Apple Home as a part of its intelligence, but it doesn't. So I ended up splitting the responsibilities. Aqara handles which sensor is used, and Apple Home determines which temperature to set. So for example, at night, we can use a sensor in the bedroom, and during the day, one in the common space like the living room. That schedule runs underneath everything, while Apple still controls the comfort profiles. This isn't dissimilar to how Ecobee and other systems work in Apple Home, and it can actually be a really powerful setup, but it does require using both systems together. I built a full energy-focused setup using this, with automations that run without you having to think about it. I'll link that video below in case you want to see how this works in a real home. If you're a Home Assistant user, you'll pair through Matter, and you'll get all of the basic HVAC controls and the built-in sensor exposed. So let's talk about the features, because at its core, it's a thermostat, but it actually does a lot more. First, it's a smart home hub. It acts as both an Aqara hub and a Matter controller, so you can connect it directly to your Zigbee and Thread devices and build out your home ecosystem. If you're just getting started in smart home, your thermostat just became your entry point. Second, the screen doubles as a smart home dashboard. You can set up different screens and swipe between them to control devices, trigger scenes, view the weather, and even see your doorbell feed.
Now these are still images from the doorbell and not a live feed, but you can also pair it with a lock so that once you see who's at the door, you can unlock it and let them in.
That's a really cool use of the display and actually makes the thermostat feel more functional. That said, the main thermostat screen is really not that customizable, which is something that I'd like to see in the future.
It is worth noting that these features, including the dashboards, are exclusive to Aqara's ecosystem. You can go into their app and click on Configurations and pair your doorbell and your lock, as well as create your dashboard views, linking your devices that you want to control.
The W200 has its own built-in mmWave presence sensor. This can be used in its own HVAC logic or in other automations in your smart home. Here's my hesitation with both the presence sensor and the dashboard, and it comes down to where the thermostats are usually placed in a home. In most homes, the thermostat is not in a central high-traffic area. It's put in a hallway or tucked in a corner when it can be accessed as needed, but it's not a prominent feature of the home. So using it as your primary presence sensor or a dashboard that you're regularly going to be interacting with doesn't make too much sense to me. Maybe this works better in apartments or open floor plans, but I think a lot of homes are not going to use these features. Let me know in the comments, is your home and placement suited better for this? Maybe I'm just missing something. As a thermostat, the W200 has been solid. Its temperature readings are accurate, it's responsive, it's handled the unpredictable Georgia weather just fine. And I've also not experienced any disconnects or reliability issues. But if you're coming from something like an Ecobee or Nest, you will notice some controls are missing. You don't get temperature differential settings or compressor timing adjustments. For most people, that won't matter, but for some systems, this is important for performance and longevity. Aqara handles these things by default with a 5-minute delay between switching modes and a 2-minute compressor protection cycle. And while that works, some systems would benefit from more control. Now for the pros and the cons, starting with the pros. First is its Matter support and local first design. You're going to be able to use this thermostat in your favorite ecosystem for many years to come because it does not rely on the cloud. Next, this is the first thermostat to support Apple's adaptive temperature, which I think is going to be a really useful feature for a lot of homes. Then there's the automation flexibility using sensors around the house. Finally, this is packed with a lot of extras that might make this more useful for you, like presence sensors and home dashboards. And now for the cons. First is that it's missing advanced HVAC tuning controls, and this might matter for you, especially if you're considering migrating from something like an Ecobee to the W200. Next is that in order to get the best experience, in my opinion, you have to straddle between two different apps, which is not ideal. And finally, while it was a pro that this thing is packed with a lot of extra features, it tries to do a lot of things which won't matter in most homes. So who is this for? It might be great for you if you're an Apple Home user and are looking for the most native experience. If you care more about automation potential than fine-grained HVAC controls. Or if you want a Matter-enabled local first thermostat, or are just content with staying in the Aqara ecosystem. So you might skip if you're looking for a simple single app experience, you're expecting an Ecobee level of polish, or you need those fine-tuned HVAC controls to keep your system humming along. In the end, I think the W200 is a fantastic thermostat, especially for Apple Home users. It packs in a lot of features, maybe more than it needed to, but for the right setup, that's exactly the sort of flexibility that makes it valuable. So what do you think? Does the W200 have a place in your home? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more real-world smart home content like this, subscribe and stick around. God bless you. I'll see you next time.